We're with Hunter Beirne from the SPU women's basketball team. Hunter and the Falcons have a busy weekend coming up. Alaska Fairbanks in on Thursday, and then back-to-back against Alaska Anchorage this weekend. Hunter, you got back into action last month after coming back from knee injury. Just talk about what's it like to be back out on the court for you finally.
It feels great. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so thankful that I've had the opportunity to get in some games. It feels like it's been a while, so I'm really grateful to be back out on the court with everybody.
Okay. And what was it kind of like the recovery and rehab process like for you? You went through one on each knee, if I remember correctly. What was that like for you just coming back from that second one?
It wasn't bad. You know, I'd been through the process once, and so I felt like I knew sort of all the milestones that you have to hit to come back.
Got it.
I'm thankful it was the other knee and not the same knee. There could be some complications when it's the same knee, but I had such a great support system. Everybody from my teammates to my physical therapist to my coaches, it really made it all easy to come back, and I'm just super grateful to have the opportunity to get back out on the court now.
And are you feeling 100% out there? Do you even think about it when you're out there now, or you just go out and play?
Oh, I don't think about it at all. I think the competition kicks in, and then I'm just having a good time out there, and yeah, I don't think about it much at all.
Okay. And how have you been feeling out there so far? Are you feeling kind of back in your game a little bit?
Yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a readjustment process, just feeling what it's like to be out on the court. I really haven't played a full season of basketball since high school, so it's definitely the more games I get in, the more I feel like I'm getting back into the flow of things, and just hoping to get really sort of into a groove here in the next couple games.
Okay. And your teammate Rachel Burke, she just came back last week, had a big game at Billings. That was her first game back in a while, kind of going through the same thing. Were you two kind of a support pair for each other a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to go through these things with somebody, just have somebody that understands sort of the ups and the downs and good days, bad days, and she had a great game. I was super happy for her.
Oh, yeah.
She came out, had 9 points, and I just think that's amazing.
Okay. Big games this week are Fairbanks, of course. We've seen them once, and then Anchorage is Anchorage. We know what they're like. What your thoughts heading into those games this week? What's the team focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, we had success against Fairbanks the last time, so I think just carrying what we had with going into that game into this next game coming up, and really looking to just bounce back from Montana State game and just doing all the little things, Simon always says, do the little things with high intensity. So I think really just sticking to what we've done in practice, the scout, and really just coming in prepared for a hard game.
Two things Simon talks about a lot: take care of the basketball and share the basketball. This team's doing a pretty good job of both of those things. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sharing the ball. I mean, it's great. I think with our offense, with the way that we run, and everybody gets their hands on the ball, and I think the more that everybody gets sort of those shots up, they get more into it, and then I think we all start hitting, and taking care of the basketball I think has been huge this year. I think that was definitely one of our goals coming into this year, was to really be a team that takes care of it. And I think we will really get to see against Anchorage, especially with their press, how far we've come in that area. So I'm excited for the challenge. Okay.
In addition to being quite a basketball player, you were quite a soccer player in high school as well. What ultimately made you lean toward basketball for college?
Oh boy. Well, basketball, I love soccer. I had a great time in high school playing soccer. Basketball really just had the opportunity to get to go play AAU for a team, and there were doors open for me in that sport that weren't necessarily open for me with soccer. But definitely love the game of basketball, and just excited to be able to get to play in college.
Okay. And you say at some point down the road you'd like to do some mission work around the world. Anything specific you have in mind? Any place you'd like to do some of that work?
Yeah, I'd love to potentially work for an NGO. I've thought a lot about the United Nations or UNICEF. Nowhere in particular, just for an organization that I feel like does that kind of work in a sustainable way. I think it's been, especially with my education at the school and the program, the Global Development Program, I feel like I've learned a lot about how to do that work sustainably and in a way that is effective in the long term. So that would be important going into that for me.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Hunter, and good luck this weekend against the Alaskas.
Thank you.
All right.